Okay, I have switched to a different server, and hopefully that'll take care of our problems. So I'm gonna keep an eye on drop frame rates here, and just hope that nothing goes wrong again. So in the meantime, let's continue our quest, and I'll be online if there are any more problems. All right, so let's get started. Now that I have my new spell, I'm gonna go back to the. I'm gonna look at map, and I want to go now back to the tavern. All right. One of the rowdy seamen yells to the barmaid, "Wench, come over here with more rum." Talk to seamen. What's a seaman? Talk to pirates. The sailors peer at you through bleary eyes and continue swilling their rum. One who looks like the captain pauses, and drunkenly slurs, "Aye, me bucko, be a wantin' passage on me ship. What you running from? No matter, so long got gold, let's me see how much you got." Count gold. You have 4 coins. Give coins to pirate. What's a coin? Give coins. Don't ignore me, laddie. I asked you how much gold you got for passage on my ship. Coins to... As you bring out the purse, the captain snatches it from your hand and says, "Aye, lad, I see you do have a wee bit of gold. It's less than me regular fare, but I'll gives you passage anyways. We'll be waiting for you at the wharf, but not for long. The captain and his men down there rum in one long draught, then leave the tavern." All right, so that to me is a pretty good indicator that I need to be quick about boarding the ship. So I think I've taken care of all my business here. Oh, and they're just gone. Okay. I think I've taken care of all my business here, so should be able to just go and board the ship. "You better get aboard, boy, or we'll sail without you." As the gangplank is drawn in, you hear the captain shout to his men, "Take his things and put them in the old until I figure out what to do with them." You have a sneaking suspicion that you have made a big mistake. These are pirates. Nothing like a little salt air to perk up a boy's spirits. All things being equal, you might have enjoyed this ocean voyage. However, you have found your accommodations to be slightly less satisfactory. Alright, want to check with my friend here to see if it's actually back up. I think it is. And if it's not, I guess I'm just here talking to myself. All right. Take crate. All of the large crates are too heavy to move. Climb crate. Jump. Jump on crate. Nope. Nothing doing there. Okay. All right. So you are in the dark cargo hold of the pirate ship. With caution, you look around the dim surroundings. Mostly, you see stacks of wooden crates. Looking upward, you notice a rope ladder dangling partway through an opening in the hold ceiling. The ladder is directly over the largest crate. Push crate. The crates are too heavy to move. Climb crate. Try jumping. Jump. Alright. Sounds like my stream is fine. Good. So I think I need to wait in the hold for a while, but I'm going to turn the speed... Okay, first I'm going to save. And I'm going to turn the speed up so that the waiting is a bit shorter. A trick that I probably should have used yesterday while I was waiting around for Mananan for all those minutes. So I hope you're enjoying the game so far. It's taken a bit of an interesting turn. Oh, wait a second. I can go this way. Ah, there's a tiny crate here. Take crate. Okay, and I believe that I need to drop the crate in front of this crate. Yeah, okay. All right. So yeah, I want to drop the crate here. Crate. And I want to jump crate. Jump crate. Turn the speed down a little bit. Oops. Oh, hey. That works a little better. I just had to type jump ladder. Okay. So, ladder. No one's here. Nice. Okay. Once my head stops spinning, this is where I need to go and make some mischief. So, I think my stuff should be in that crate to the west here. I think it's this right here. All right, open chest. Look, chest. You found all of your missing possessions. You take them with you. Nice. Close chest. Okay. All right. Time to go out on the dock. I think this is where I want to be. Do. Speed up the clock here. Waiting for land tow. So the trick here is I want to wait until everyone has I want to wait until we're about ready to board on dry land, and then I want to cast a sleeping spell so that I can make sure that everyone's out of commission so that I can disembark from the ship. How long do you have to wait here? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm tempted to look it up. I might look it up in a second here. Because it does seem a little silly. I think maybe I'll just wander around a little bit while I'm waiting. Look. This must be the captain's cabin. He seems to be a bit more tidy than his mates, as the room is clean and orderly. Against one wall rests his bunk, with against one wall rests his bunk with a large chest. At its foot, across the room, is his desk with a chart tacked to the wall. Look at the chart there. Why not? Look at chart. You stare at the chart tacked to the wall. It traces the route the ship is now sailing. It leaves Ludor, crossing a wide ocean and arriving at the foot of a mountain range. An X has been marked at the arrival point. You know what? Since I'm waiting anyways, I'm going to save my game and go back down here. Maybe I could try going up here. I'll bet they'll kill me. But that might be amusing. Oh wait, they're not going to kill me. That's interesting. Well, might as well look around while I'm up here. So he's not going to, like, report me. He's just going to, like, play some spooky music and let me leave. Wonder if he's ever not in there. Guess not. Guess he's just always there. Can I, oh, shoot. Okay. I guess the other thing I can do while I'm waiting is maybe I can just go back down here and see if maybe I can listen into those rats. Rats. You hear one of the pirates shout, "Land ho, Captain!" Alright. I'm trying to speed to slow here. I want to cast my magic spell. Alright, so I think I might need my manual again just to see how to cast that spell. So 1 second while I open that puppy up, because I shut it down because I didn't think I would need it again. I think I might need it to actually cast the spell that I want. I want to cast a deep sleep. So I can probably do it down here. If not, I'll head upstairs and do it there. Pour sleep powder on ground. Slumber henceforth. What's a henceforth? Recite? What's a recite? Slumber henceforth. Cast spell? How am I supposed to do this? Okay. As you can see, I have managed to make the spell work. So I think we're good from here on out. Sorry about that. Sometimes these things can be a little bit tricky, as you have seen. Right. So jump crate, jump crate, jump ladder. Okay, now it is time for me to get off the ship. So, all right. So I think that means, oh, they're sleeping. I think that means I need to head on up to the hall here. Right. So I think I need to make my way over to the plank. Yeah. Go. Is this the place to do it? Maybe not. All right. Was that the way to do it? um, okay. Ocean. Okay. Here I am. I believe this is Daventry, or it should be at least. So now I want to climb up this mountain and get my way to save my sister. Okay. Okay, I can climb this. Cool. Okay. Just keep on saving. Okay. It's nice to be off. It's nice to be off that boat. Those pirates were pretty unpleasant. Not the nice shit. All right. I got this. With my wing innocence. Here we go. Cool. Am I missing something? Or no, can I go east down here? There we go. What is this thing? Oh no, it's the abominable snowman. Are you serious? Oh, okay. Shoot. I was trying to turn into a fly before he got me. But, oh. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. All right. Gotta get those fly wings in the essence before he catches me. Put fly wings in essence. There we go. Up the stream. And... oh, wait, it's going to appear here now? What is this thing? Oh, no, it's the abominable snowman. Okay. The abominable snowman seems quite confused by this. He stares in amazement, then heads back to his cave. Cool. Alright, do I go north from here? No. Guess I go south. That makes more sense. This path down here. Alright. You congratulate yourself on successfully eluding the abominable snowman. Okay. Think this is a bit of a maze here. So I'll want to be ready. Though I wonder if I can just use my teleportation spell. Because I have a teleportation spell. How do I use it? Teleportation at random. Okay. So let me try. All I need to do is rub the stone to try it. So I'm going to do that. Alright. That's not what I meant to do. Oh. It doesn't just stop you, which is rather annoying. Okay, there we go. So, rub stone. Can't do that now. Why not? I have a stone, don't I? Bread, spoon, rascine, ointment, storm brew, dough and ears, fruit, cup, bowl, magic wand, knife, magic stone. Yeah. That's weird. Okay. Well, I think the idea maybe is that it's only supposed to be used to get away from, like, bad guys and stuff that are running across the screen. So maybe I can't use it like I thought I could. Boy, are these caves dark. Great, great. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how this works. I was hoping that I may have found an easy way out with that teleportation spell, but I guess not. Okay. Nope. Alright. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm being too careless. Alright. Let's save the game here. And let's go through here. Save the game. And no. Okay, so I can climb. So it's not really a maze, it's more of just a... It's another one of these climbing things. Okay. guess it's not. It doesn't seem as bad as the beanstalk, at least. Okay. Okay. Um, wait a minute. Okay. So this will take me here. And then... Whoops. Okay. And then I think I can climb... Shit. Okay. I can climb up onto this one. And... Yes. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I was expecting that to be a lot worse. Yeah, so far my biggest frustrations with this game so far have just been with the damn text parser. Like, it's mostly just been, I mean, I know what I need to do, and I know how, like, I know generally what I need to do, but the frustration is really just getting the game to recognize what it is I'm trying to do. I guess that is kind of a problem as these games become more complex. The specificity of, like, there's a certain specificity towards certain things that you're trying to do. Like, you need to have a very precise magic system in this game, for example, and it doesn't really allow for it doesn't really allow for much variation in the way that you command the game to do things. Maybe because of, space. Maybe because of space limitations. I know it might seem like a little bit of text is nothing now, but then it probably meant a little bit at least. So they couldn't just keep a million different variations of how you might want to command the computer to do something saved. You stare at the rundown shack upon the porch. A withered gnome rocks in a creaky old rocking chair, whistling a merry tune. The shack leans heavily on one side, and you wonder why it doesn't fall. Is this the gnome from King's Quest 1? Not Rumpelstiltskin, but or whatever his name was. You speak directly to the old gnome. He chuckles softly to himself, then replies, "It's about time you got here, lad. I mean, Prince Alexander, welcome home. Heaven knows we need you. Daventry's been suffering for years now since that despicable dragon came." The old gnome narrows his eyes to slits and leans forward in his chair. That monster demanded the sacrifice of your poor sister, Princess Rosella, and I'm afraid time is running out. Your parents, the king and queen, are suffering such grief, and have locked themselves in the castle, and refuse to see anyone. Staring intently at you, the gnome goes on. "It's up to you, Alexander. Your country and family need you. It's written in the wind." The wizened gnome relaxes and settles back in his chair, he begins whistling again. Nice. Holla, back in Daventry. Alright, can't open those doors. Would have been cool to just kind of storm in there. Be like, hey, what up? Yeah, this place looks pretty run down. Guess Graham's not doing such a bang-up job in here. Okay, so where do I go from here? Gotta find the dragon. Dragoon. Can I go east, or is this gonna just send me careening off a cliff? It looks like it might be the edge of a cliff. Or... can I... there we go. Okay. Feeling these are kind of treacherous stairs. I can see him doing that. You know, as annoying as this is, could be a lot worse. Like, oh shoot. Maybe I'll eat my words here in a minute, but I just feel like there were a lot worse navigational challenges, and definitely in the first King's Quest with that goddamn beanstalk. Oh man, that thing was awful. Okay. I know I said it wasn't too bad, but it was bad. It was pretty bad. I mean, I don't know, like, I could do it, just by kind of... it felt kind of like forcing a lock, you know? Like, there's no rhyme or reason to the pattern you're supposed to do. You just kind of had to keep trying and trying and trying until it worked. So... alright, I think I need to use my magic up here to defeat the dragon. I have an invisibility ointment and feels strangely hot up here. Okay. So, I'm going to fight the dragon now. I have an invisibility ointment and something to brew a storm, so... a huge fire-breathing dragon is here, and it has seen you, hypnotized by its baleful glare. You stand frozen in your tracks. What a way to go, ending up as a dragon's barbecue. Alright. Use invisibility ointment. I know I have it. What is it called? Visibility ointment. Invisibility ointment. Use ointment. Rub ointment. Again with the text parser. Use invisibility ointment. Okay. Looking again at my manual here. Okay. Rub ointment on body. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I just had to word it like it was worded in the manual, in the spell, and where it describes the spell. Okay. So now I need to I think I need to make a storm to put out the dragon's fire. So let's see what the manual has to say there. Because I do have the storm brewing a storm. Okay. So stir storm brew. Cast storm. Gosh. Stir storm brew. No. So how do I do it? Brew of storms, churn it up. What's a storms, comma? Oh gosh, this Okay, maybe forget the with fingers, just stir storm brew. Stir storm brew. How can you do that? Stir storm brew with finger. Okay, whew, there we go. Brew of storms, churn it up. What's a up? Brew of storms, churn it up. Recite. Brew of storms, churn it up. Oh my gosh. Stir brew with finger. Brew of storms, churn it up. There we go. Good grief. Bolts of lightning strike the huge dragon. He howls in pain and falls to the ground dead. Untie sister. What's a sister? Untie Rosella. You rapidly untie Princess Rosella from the wooden pole. She looks bewildered as to who her benefactor may be. I'm your long-lost brother, Prince Alexander, you proudly exclaim. The girl looks doubtful. I'll explain it all later, you continue, realizing that now is not the time for this. Just follow me. Let's go meet the folks. With mixed emotions, the girl agrees to follow you. She's trapped. It'd be really funny if on the way back I just fell down these stairs. But alright, let's not get stuck there this time, shall we? She's in the way? Is it that you're in the way? This is so ridiculous. I don't even know what I'm doing. Why am I playing this game? Oh man, the things I put up with for adventure games. Can I... What the f... Please let me go down. This is so dumb. Why? Why? Can I not go past you on the stairs? Oh, man. All right, good. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Man, I was really all into this game yesterday. Wizard and all that. Man, the fact that they make you do this at the end is just... It's so stupid. Like, the fact that they make you navigate these ridiculous stairs in the final moments of the game is just... I mean, it's ludicrous enough to begin with, but... Come on. I defeated the dragon. Is my last step really going to be to just, like, fall down the frickin' stairs as I'm going back to reclaim the throne? Ridiculous. Honestly, part of me wonders if I would like this. I don't even wonder. I would like this game better if it wasn't the whole secret royal identity thing. If it wasn't, I would like this better if it wasn't a King's Quest game. Like, just make it the story about this boy named Gwydion, who just happens to live in the same world as the King's Quest series, the same universe. Um, and Princess Rosella will not let me go around her once again. Okay. Yeah, I mean, are you kidding me? Yeah, I mean, just make this if they had just made this game the story of this kid who gets I wouldn't have cared if they had just let it be glitchy and let me just walk through her. There we go. Alright. Yeah, because the quest part, like, the part after... The bits after defeating the wizard just have not been that enjoyable, by and large. I mean, just a lot of waiting around, and, like, casting the spells in Manannan's, like, secret laboratory was at times kind of frustrating, but I always felt like I knew I had a good handle on what I was doing. But man, just a lot of the spell casting and just the general areas of this game are just so frustrating. Like casting the sleeping spell on this ship and casting the storm spell, having to stand in the exact right spot by that dragon. It just, I don't know, like, just very, very frustrating. I mean, I know, I realize it might just be one of those things that you get used to. You just kind of recognize the mechanics of the game. You play enough of these old 80s parser adventure games, maybe you just learn how it all works. Learn that you need to stand in certain places to activate things. But yeah, it's very frustrating, and especially, you know, when you're playing a game like this and you're trying to solve a puzzle, when you hit up against a wall, you just assume that it's because it's not the right thing to do. But in this case, it's not because it's the wrong thing to do. It's just because they didn't design it very well. So you just keep getting blocked, even though you're trying to do what is, you know, the right answer to the game. Anyways, yippee! You did it! Your Majesty, the gnome squeals in delight. I knew you could save us all. King Graham and Queen Balanice will be overjoyed to see you two. He claps his gnarled hands. Must run ahead to announce your arrival. The gnome spryly scampers toward the castle. The castle doors are wide open to welcome home a long-missing son and a much-loved daughter. Atop the castle, the banners proudly wave. The heavy feeling of oppression is gone. Hope has at last returned to Daventry. You nervously enter the throne room with your sister, Princess Rosella. Before the twin thrones stand your parents, King Graham and Queen Balanice. Graham and Balanice are overjoyed to see you. Alexander, where have you been all these years? Your mother exclaims. Adds your father. I'm so proud of both of you. It's a lot of kissing. What a joyous family reunion. You are home at last. King Graham points to the mirror. That was once a magic mirror, son, he says sadly, but it has been clouded ever since the night you disappeared from your cradle. Aww. Before your astonished eyes, the magic mirror clears and shines anew. With brilliant clarity, Queen Balanice cries in delight. The terrible dragon is dead! Our children are home, and the future looks bright for us all. King Graham lovingly retrieves his adventurer's hat with the red feather. With emotion, he tells you, Alexander, Rosella, this old hat and I have been through a lot together. Now it's time he had a new traveling companion. He flings it in your direction. Up and up it gently arcs. You raise your arms to catch it, and so does Princess Rosella. Down it comes, nearer and nearer. They're gonna do the whole freeze frame ending thing. Really was the 80s, wasn't it? The end. Congratulations on your successful completion of King's Quest III. We hope you have enjoyed playing as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. May the adventuring continue with King's Quest IV. Wow. Okay, I guess it's just gonna do that until it does. Alright, so that was that was King's Quest III. And what a feat. What a feat for the back half of the game to just make me almost completely forget why I loved the first part of the game so much. And to be fair, you know, it is like the struggles, the part of the game that's like the struggles with Manannan and Kolimia, or whatever that place is called, is like, you know, 3/4 of the game. So I'll give it credit there. That first 3/4 is way more interesting than anything in the first two King's Quest games. It's a very dark, like I said last time, very oppressive atmosphere. Love the struggle with Manannan. Love sneaking around behind his back, gathering ingredients for spells. You know, you see that description in the manual about, you know, the spell to transform one into a cat, and you know that that's what you need to do to Manannan, and so you kind of set your goals to doing that. And I really enjoy just the fact that, you know, there are actual mechanics to this adventure game. Like, there's yeah, you're given a limited time frame to work in, and you really need to be very cautious about hiding things from Manannan. And you know, it might seem on the one level it's frustrating, because, you know, it's definitely a much more relaxing atmosphere and adventure game if you can just kind of wander around and try things and go as slow as you want. But I don't know, the relentlessness of the systems in the first part of this game were just really compelling. And you know, they weren't perfect. I mean, I think, you know, there are ways that they could have probably handled this better and would have handled it better today. But for the time, and considering, you know, where the series had come from prior to this, it just had a level of depth and emotional complexity that and it gave a feeling that it felt very unique to this as a game. You know, it would be hard for I think it would be hard for any other medium to really capture that feeling of being watched and that feeling of trying to work somebody behind somebody's back in quite the same way that this does. And yeah, it just does a very good job of creating an atmosphere and capturing a feeling. And like I said earlier during the stream, I think I would have almost been okay with it, happier with it, if it weren't a King's Quest game, and if it were just a game about a slave named Gwydion trying to escape from an evil wizard master. For me, the high point of the game, the highest triumph of the game was not that silly puzzle with the dragon casting the storm. It was turning that stupid wizard into a cat. That was by far the most satisfying moment, and it was the most satisfying moment in any of these games so far. It might be the most satisfying moment in the whole series, but time will tell. But anyways, yeah, that was King's Quest III. My favorite in the series so far. Back half of the game was super frustrating, which happened to be everything that I played tonight. My plan initially was to start off King's Quest IV tonight, but that the back half of King's Quest III just took me so much longer than I anticipated, mostly because of stupidity with the way that the text parser was working, and, you know, needing to stand in very specific places to get spells you needed to cast, and because of just all the nonsense with having to stand around the ship and wait for the boat to reach land, even though there's relatively little to do on the ship, so I just ended up standing there for a while. But anyways, for many reasons, this ended up taking me way longer than I was hoping. But that was King's Quest III, and yeah, that is easily my favorite of the series so far. looking forward to checking out King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella, in which you play, continue the trend of playing as a character other than King Graham, and play as Rosella, who is tied to the post at the end of the game there. How she got tied to that post, I don't know. I mean, I guess, did the dragon do it? That doesn't seem likely. Anyways, enough of that. So, that was my cast for tonight. I'm not going to be able to do... I guess I'm not doing one tomorrow, because it's Friday. But I'll start off on Monday with Perils of Rosella, and then move on to some other 80s adventure games after I finish that. So, have a good night, and thanks.